Well, there's still a lot of people who haven't got their stimulus check for the IRS. That's a $1,200 or more, depending on if you had two people or children and stuff like that. Well, actually, the first thing to do, and actually, there was a video yesterday or the day before on CNN interviewed a White House official on this. And of course, before I get into that, what they suggest now is to make sure the one place you want to know is the IRS.gov, and you want to know about Get My Payment. And so everything we're going to talk about will have information on this website, how to get your payment, where, when, and things like that. But here, what they're talking about in the interview, what the IRS is saying now, and there's millions of people yet, that haven't gotten it. And there may be reasons. One, the check is in the mail. In other words, they're saying about 4 million people will receive prepaid debit cards in the mail. So you're going to get it in the mail, maybe, but this is what's probably going to happen. Okay, if you haven't gotten it yet. Okay, so that happened. Now, if you also, they may be waiting for you to file a 2018 or a 2019 tax return. Anyone required to file a tax return must do so before they send the stimulus money. So that means if you haven't filed a 2018 or a 2019, you're not going to get the money yet, okay? And they could give it to you next year too, if you're going to wait that long to file. But I wouldn't, because they may change their mind. Wait for your paper return to be processed, okay? So that's another thing. So if you filed in a paper, says a lot of IRS employees have been ordered to work from home, which means that the agency stopped opening a lot of its mail. So if you send it in by mail, it's waiting there in a bag somewhere. So by mid-April, the agency has to move a lot of its unopened mail into trailers. It's likely that those who filed paper returns since the IRS sent most of the workers home are still waiting for both their stimulus money and their potential tax refund. This also affects those who the IRS was auditing and requested more documentation that had to be submitted by mail. Okay, so if you filed your 18 or 19 by mail, it's sitting in the car somewhere. They're hoarders with a truck full of mail. Okay, the hardest one is to try to get a PIN. The IRS sends PIN numbers, identity protection PINs, in the mail to people who were victims of identity theft. It's an added layer of security used when that person files their tax return. So if you're a victim of identity theft, this may be happening too. You didn't get your PIN. It's easier said than done, but there are many people who may have misplaced their PIN and never received one and need to retrieve it online. That's easier said than done. In order to confirm an individual's identity, the online retrieval process asks for the information like a credit card number, a debt card doesn't count, or loan account number. Some people don't have those kinds of accounts and get stuck. Well, thanks for letting me know I'm going to get stuck. Then you're left filing a paper return and waiting for the IRS to reopen before their taxes and their stimulus payments are processed. Wow, well, that sounds easy, but that's the game. Okay, now if you weren't eligible for a stimulus payment, don't forget you may not have been eligible, and that's $75,000 up to $100,000 as an individual, then up to about $200,000, as two people. So that's what's happening. Now, what the hell do you do if there's a problem? Okay, what you do is try to call the IRS. Actually, call the IRS around the country, somewhere maybe South Dakota or something. Maybe they don't get many calls. If that doesn't work, your only recourse, I think, is going to your elected official. So if you go to I've been giving this out a lot, commoncause.com or .org, sorry, and you put find my representative. You put the info there, your address, so it shows you all the addresses and phone numbers and contacts of your elected official. And I would go to the federal, because this is a federal thing, the IRS. And so you want to do your 2 senators and congressmen. Contact all three. I mean, you don't know if that works. Neither do I. I'm guessing. But I know you have to do some work to find this thing. It's not going to happen itself. But, it can't hurt to wait a while, because this thing is not going to have an expiration date of next Tuesday. So if you want to wait a little more too, or start these other things slowly, and just don't panic about it yet, because it's not a panic situation. Let's see what else. Oh, and if you remember, Let's Go Help, I got a free report on how all the neat stuff your congressman can do. Right, the congressmen and senators help you get grants, help you get in the Naval Academy, help fly a flag over the Capitol and honor your grandmother's name. All these neat things. So if you remember, ask me for that free report about how to get free money from your elected official. So you can get your congressman giving you money. You don't give them money. The fat cats do that. You learn how to get money from your congressman.